Right, mud lovers, here we are on the Thames foreshore and we're going mudlarking. So join me and let's get some luck in the muck. Something's interesting there, look. Ooh, is it just a bit of lead? Oh, of course, a little lead toy. It looks like a lead horse. What's on top of him? Is that an Indian? That's pretty cool. Let's go and wash it off. Haha, yeah, little Indian riding a horse. Nice one. And it's complete as well, because so many times they just find the head, or you might find the legs of these little things. But that's a complete little lead toy. Oh, that's sweet. Looks like it's going some as well. Nice one. Well, if you look carefully, there's a coin right there. Is it a good one? Is it just a penny? Oh, it's just a penny. Dang, I thought that was going to be a good one then. Never mind. Here's a little lead disc of some description. Might be a blank one, or there might be something on it. Might be a lead token. Looks like almost like a lead button. Can't quite see in this light, but I'll give it a clean up. If there's anything on it, I'll let you know later. So I've just had a little chain, little bracelet, I think. Oh, I wonder if that's probably just copper. Looks like it's copper. Oh yeah. Hopefully we can find something a bit shinier. So there's a little something there. I don't know if that could be a Roman. What do you think? Roman or not Roman? At first I thought it was a nail head, so I'm still a bit sceptical. And until I clean it up a little bit and see if there's any details on it, I'm going to remain optimistic, but also quite sceptical, because so many things are here to tease you. It could just be a nail head. I'd love it to be a Roman though. Oh, it looks like there might be some writing on the outside. I don't know. Anyway, look, that's the thickness of it, so it looks like it could be Roman to me. Fingers crossed. We've just spotted another coin there, and I'm hoping it's not another penny, because I find quite a lot of modern coins, so one in every 50 is a good one, and I've got a feeling this might be quite good. Oh yeah, I like the look of that. Oh, that's chunky. Oh my god, that is a stunner. That's a Charles II. Blimey, I can't believe the condition of this coin. Look at that. That has made my day. Britannia. Does that say 16? That 16. I can't quite read the other letters. How close can we get? 1674 is that? Could be wrong. I'll have to take a closer look. But oh my god, that is the most lovely Charles copper I've ever had up. My best Charles copper. I can't believe it. That is such a stunning portrait. I'm reluctant to rub it too much because I don't want to ruin it, but it's been in here for so long, I don't think a little bit of rubbish is going to do too much. But that is a stunning coin. Usually these are barely legible because they've been rolling around for 400 odd years. That is a good. I just can't stop looking at it. Yes, get in. What a lovely coin. Can't believe it. So happy. Well, believe it or not, I've just found another little toy soldier, toy Indian guy on a horse. And to prove it's not the same one, look, there you go, there's both of them together. Cowboys and Indians. Well, they look like Native American Indians there. How strange that both of these happen to be thrown up in the same spot. And they've got to be old, look at them. It's not like they're a modern toy that's thrown in. That's lovely though. They've also got a matching pair. Well, this one's a little bit bent, so I'm not sure if I can ever straighten that without breaking it, but maybe give it a go. Got two lovely Indians. Awesome. Lovely old barge there. Lovely old iron hook. Oh, I wonder if this might be a stevedore's hook for dragging sacks on board. I'll take that home and clean it up. Lovely bit of old iron. Well, I just finished giving it a little tap and it's come out really well. That's definitely a keeper. Lovely little bygone. I think it's a stevedore's hook. But if anyone's got any other ideas what it could be, you know what to do. If you think you know, comment below. Just finished a little scraping and had a few of these lead blobs up. Might be bag seals or lead tokens, and a lovely little paste stone there. Amongst the handmade pin there, brass pin. Probably just bits of rust there, but yeah, happy days, looking good. And look what we got. Lovely Tudor brick. Handmade, 15th century Tudor brick. Probably a lot more yellow back in the day, but it's been a bit discoloured by the Thames. But yeah, really old brick there, lovely stuff. I found a big lump of, I think it's plastic. It feels quite soft. I don't know what that's doing down here. Maybe it's part of a light or something, I don't know, but I'll take it with me anyway because it's plastic and it shouldn't really be here, and might be able to repurpose that into something, who knows. Interesting though. All these copper nails I picked up today, I just couldn't pick them all up. There's loads of them. My favourite one is this one. You know how much it bends around? I think they make a nice pendant or something, you know. Beautifully made out of sheer brutality trying to get that one out. So what else we got today then? Not a bad little selection. Got some modern coins there. Button and a few little buttons. Lead bits and bobs, probably lead tokens or bag seals. Might have to give those a clean up later, see if there's anything else in there that's interesting. Talking of lead tokens, I did find one that was really nice actually. This one here, it's got an ISC on it. It's really sweet. Would have been probably 18th century. ISC would have been probably the guy's initials or woman's initials that produced that as a token. Would have been given away as short change in some establishment or another. We'll never find out, unfortunately, because there's just so many of these lead tokens around, but would have been hand cast. If you want to see some being made by myself, check out this video. Did it a while back, but it's not very long, but it's a really interesting way that it just shows you anybody could have made these, so even me. Anyway, what else we got? Little gold ring thing here. I think that's probably brass, but I'll test it when I get home later. It could be gold in my wildest dreams, but I doubt it very much. You saw the chain come up. This was a little paste stone. Beautiful little gem there, another gem on the Thames. This is another little lead seal. I think there's something on that, but again I'll have to clean it up, see if there's anything interesting on there. My boat hook or factory docker's hook that you saw come up. Bit of a hook there. My two Indians on horsebacks. Identical. It's so random they just happen to be in the same spot after all these years. Sitting on my Tudor brick. A couple of lighters I picked up on the way just to throw them in the bin. But my find of the day has to be this beautiful Charles II. I think it's either a farthing or a halfpenny. I'll have to double check. It's probably a farthing, but dated 1674, I think. So I don't really want to clean it up too much. I might give it a very, very gentle clean. But that's beautiful as it is. That portrait is absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely chuffed with that coin. And that's what it's all about. Don't always come away with loads and loads of stuff. If I can come out and find one absolutely amazing coin like that in good condition. I found a few that are a bit ropey in the past, but that's got to be the best condition one I've ever found, so really happy with that. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do my cleaning via electrolysis. This is the best way that I've found to clean stuff, get the crud off, and it just seems to work really well. So first of all, we've got a little old phone cable here that I plugged in. Now what I've done is, at the ends of it, spliced the ends, and then you look at the ends there, so you've got the positive and negative. The positive goes to the spoon, a stainless steel spoon, and the other end is a crocodile clip. So you put that in a solution that you've made up there in a Tupperware bowl. This is lukewarm water, and you just put some salt in there like that. That'll do, and then when that dissolves, you're ready to go. Mix it in a bit, and what I've done there is I've just I've actually wired that on there through a hole rather than clipping it on, because it keeps falling off otherwise. So that's how I've done that. Once it's all mixed up, you're ready to go. So I've already started doing this suspected Roman coin, and I've given it a first bash, and then you clean the water every minute, but you only leave it in there for a period of about 30 seconds or so, and that should be enough time. You can see it just fizzing away there nicely. You just put it out and put it in, and you can see that reaction now is causing little blobs to just come off it, little bits of crust to come away and be attracted to the positive. So what you should do, leave it a couple of seconds like that, take it out, move it somewhere else on the clip so it doesn't get burnt, and then put it in again. Keep an eye on it. I tend to just do this in short bursts. If you walk away from it, the chances are you might forget, and then you'll end up with a very, very burnt, knackered object. And this works for anything really, any small metal work, including buttons and coins and anything else really. I haven't really gone much bigger than maybe a spoon or something. It just takes a lot longer. The bigger the item, the longer it takes. So then, I suppose you could leave it in there for a bit longer. But you can see it's bubbling away nicely, and little bits are flaking off it, which is what we want. Move it around a bit. What I've got as well is a fiberglass pen, and that's a very delicate way of rubbing off the crud to reveal what's underneath. I wouldn't recommend doing this for very valuable coins, because you don't know how far to take them. If you do find a very valuable coin, take it to a professional, because they do this stuff all the time. But then with experience, I find that you get better at it. If you want to have a go, try on a crusty old coin, something that which you don't find, something that isn't of much value. That way it doesn't matter if you ruin it, but it's pretty hard to sod it up. And the current is so low, you can touch this in the water, nothing's going to happen to you. It's not going to have an electric shock or anything. People say that the fumes that come off this are a little bit toxic, but I've never really felt any problems with it. So instead of the stainless steel spoon, you could always use one of these, which I found in the Thames. It's just an old battery, so you just clip it up to there, and it does work the same. So I might use this in future. While I've got the spoon hooked up, that's what I'm just currently using. So this is my fiberglass pen there, bit of fiberglass nib, pretty cool. And then we just get a little bit wet and then rub away very gently. You can barely feel it, but it does come clean. And you can see bits of detail coming up there. It does look like a bit of a spooky face actually, as I look at it, but I'll carry on cleaning and I'll show you the results. I've also got to clean this button as well. Actually, it's quite an interesting button, this one, because it hasn't got any holes in. Usually these fly buttons have got a hole in, but just noticed this one hasn't. So let's clean this one up as well while we're here. So again, put it on the clip. This pretty much just agitates all the grime off it, and then it makes it easier to clean off that crud. So although little particles will move over and come off, you do have to help it along. Change the water every 5 minutes or so, or whenever the water gets dark and green and black and you can't see, you can't see the artifact anymore because it's so grimy. That's the time to change the water, and then add your salt again. Move the clip around. You see all that gunk coming off. Strange to think all this is water and salt. No hard chemicals. And just a very, very low current of electricity running through it. If you want to try this yourself, there are kits available on eBay for not a lot of money, and you just get everything all set up, ready to go, and a little list of instructions just to help you along. They do add other things as well sometimes, like lemon juice, or I think bicarb. They add that stuff as well, bicarbonate soda. Just all helps things along. But I just use salt and warm water, seems to do the trick for me. So that's pretty much it for that. Just to see the name really, I'm not going to try and make it too clean. But then this is the fiberglass pen. I'll try and do this a bit close up so you can see. There we go. So I think I can just see the word Liverpool there anyway. But if we give it a quick brush. You see how nicely that turns up. And that's all we need to do. Bit of a rub. It works better as well when it's a bit wet. If you use this fiberglass brush dry, it doesn't seem to have the same effect unless you get a little bit of water on it. You just twist the end to get a bit more of the fiberglass out, because it will gently break away, wear down as you're doing this. And you need to be careful as well, because you will get little tiny splinters from the fiberglass, so just twist the end there to get a little bit more out. So now we can see that that reads Rainer, Liverpool. There we go. Right, I'll clean this, I'll clean the Roman coin, and I'll also clean this, which I suspect is just a piece of brass, but I'll give it a quick zap, see if it comes up. So this is the probably brass ring that I've just cleaned up. We could do a little gold test now, just to see if it is gold. I'm pretty sure it's not, because it wasn't very clean when it came out, and gold usually comes out as good as it goes in, which means it's most likely brass, but we'll have a bit of fun just testing it now. So you can see that if I put a blob of this solution, it will not stain 0.925 silver or gold, though 6 to 8 may show whitish clouding, and so can 9 carat alloyed with excessive zinc. Anyway, we'll put a blob on it and see if it comes up gold or not. So this is what's in your kit, a little file which you're supposed to use to kind of make sure there's definitely no gold plating or anything on it, and you're down to the base metal. So we'll do what it says. We'll just pick this little spot here and just rub an area so that it's definitely down to base metal and there's nothing on top of it, even though I know it's not plated. So if this colour stays transparent, it's gold, apparently. If it goes cloudy or black, if it goes black, we know that it's a base metal, and if it goes cloudy, it might be a low carat gold. That ought to do it. So there we go. We'll just take the top of that and just apply it to this spot. Yeah, and you can see that it's gone dark. Hasn't stayed clear. So unfortunately, as suspected, it was brass, but you never know. One day we could find a nice bit of gold. Even though I have found gold in the past, you kind of know what it's like generally when you get it, when you find it. But there's always a chance it could have been a 9-carat gold or something. But hey ho, still a nice looking object though. And what would it have been? It's far too big for a ring. Strange little object. I'm not sure what that would have been. 1,000,001 uses for that. Maybe it was a bit of jewellery. If you think you know what this was used for, you know what to do. If you know, comment below. Love to hear your opinions. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later, Mudlovers.